Hi, my name's Michelle Meyer, and I'm from a small town in Pennsylvania. I've lived in LA, London, Paris, and even Kosovo. But now I live in the fabulous city of New York. During the day, my 9 to 5, or more like 8 to 9, I work for a magazine, and I've been working in the entertainment industry for about 4 years. But my true passion is baking and cooking. It's a pure joy for me. I have no formal baking or cooking experience in school, but I practice all the time. I send packages to my friends and family across the country once a week to share that joy with other people. And today I'm going to be sharing it with you. We're going to be making apple pie, my favorite recipe. And it's simple and it's classic, but at the same time, this crust puts a little spin on it because it is to die for. It's beautiful. You should just wait till you taste it. It's going to be great. So let's head to the kitchen and let's start. So we're going to start with making the crust because it takes a little bit of time. You start with 2½ cups of flour, and then you take 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons, of sugar. I'm just going to add a little bit more. I like my things sweet. And then you take 1/4 tablespoon of salt, like that. And that's the first step. So this is the fun part. You take a stick of butter, which is 1/2 cup, and you have to dice it into small little pieces. The best way to do this is if the butter is cold. And it's summer right now, and in New York, in a studio, so it's super hot, but still, it's the best we can do it. So you just chop it up. This is fun. It's putting out your aggression and chopping the butter. And you know, there's no real way to it. It's just, it can be messy and it can be fun. So, and you also add about 5 teaspoons of shortening. And again, look how easy this is. Instead of measuring it, you just cut it. It's simple. So you can even just break this up a little bit as well. The next ingredient is cold water. You need 8 teaspoons. And the water is used to hold the mixture together. And if it's not holding, then you can add more cold water. The next step is on a lightly floured surface, you're going to knead the dough. And as you can tell, I have no space. Look, my fish, Sir Elroy, say hello to Sir Elroy, is right there. I mean, and I make this beautiful apple pie in a small little setting. If I can do it here, you can do this anywhere, in a trailer. So kneading is just a process of mixing and forming one formation of a dough. And you know, the best way to do is fold and roll, and so this looks about good. Then you want to form a little bit of a disc, spank it, and then you only need half of it. So cut it in half. You wrap both pieces in saran wrap, and you chill them for about a ½ hour. I like to put mine in the freezer because, again, I have no time. I live in New York. I make these apple pies in such a short amount of time. So put them in the freezer, give it a ½ hour, and what we're going to do in this ½ hour is make the ingredients for the actual apple pie. This was just, just joking. All right, for the interior of the pie, you use 7 or 8 Granny Smith apples, depending on the size, and you peel them. And you cut them into slices. Next step, after you have finished slicing, peeling, cutting your apples, you melt a stick of butter in a saucepan. Pretty simple. Once it's melted, then we'll add some flour to form a paste. So now the butter is melted. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour and mix. This is what gives the crust this insane, beautiful, sexy taste. Add 1/4 of a cup of water, 1/2 of a cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 of a cup of regular sugar. Bring this to a boil. Sugar is boiling. You reduce the heat and let it simmer. So we got one of 3 halves out of the freezer, and now it's cold and packed tight. You want to roll out the dough, because this is going to go on the bottom of your pan over there. So now what we have to do is get the crust into the pan. The way that I like to do it is put the pan upside down, fold the dough over the pan loosely, and then gently pop it over and let it just fall into place. You just gotta jiggle it a little bit to get it in there. And if there are any holes, what you can do is just patch it up and just press it up against the side of the pan. Cut off the edges. So now what you're just going to do is place all the apples in the pie, like this. So now you want to take the other half of the disc of dough, and we're going to make the lattice, as they say, or the covering of the pie. And now what you want to do is just cut the dough into long strips. Then what you do is just take it over your pie. Alright, so just so we make this a little bit prettier, I've taken the leftover crust and just molded it around the outside. Again, it's not perfect, but not bad, huh? But again, swirl again. And you pour it over the top. And be careful that it doesn't drip over the sides. But you want to make sure that it gets all over. Okay. Alright, so this is the finished product. It goes into the oven for 15 minutes at about 425. Then after 15 minutes, we reduce the heat to about 375 and bake for about half hour, 35 minutes. Wait till you see what this is going to look like. I'm going to clean up and then we'll be back. Alright, so it's done. Let's check it out. Ooh, it looks great. Look at the golden consistency, and that is from the liquid that we poured over it. I know this is going to be great because look at all the juices around it and the apples inside. And how you know it's done, the crust is golden and the apples inside are soft. I'm so excited about this. So we're going to take it to the streets, 8th Avenue and 23rd in New York, and have everyone try it. And hopefully we get some good responses. Let's go. So Shayna here has graciously accepted trying my pie. She's my neighbor here. And let us know what you think.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah? Really good?
That's really good. It's not so sugary sweet like a lot of stuff. I like that it's really nice. This crust is nice and savory. And it's great.
Oh, great.
I love it.
Thank you.
That's really good. Thank you.